friends, it's Cindy and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about five reasons why we may not be losing weight on Weight Watchers right now. 5 reasons why we may not be losing weight. And this is the coronavirus edition because it is April 15th, 2020. We are in the midst of this awful international pandemic. It's claiming lives all over the world and has so many of us, if not all of us, confined to home. Some of us may be used to being at home, raising our children, or jobs that keep us able to work at home. But for many of us, being home all day long, every day is new. And it presents us with new challenges when it comes to trying to lose weight, exercise, etc. So we're going to talk about 5 reasons why we may not be losing weight. And I'm sure there are many more, so if you think of things or you have questions or something you would like to contribute, please scroll down. If you keep scrolling, you'll find a place that says add public comment, and I answer every comment, so yeah, please let me know if you have other ideas. So the number one reason, not the number one reason, these are not in order really, so it depends who you are. A reason, say number one, that people do not lose weight during Weight Watchers, and really under any weight loss program, but this is Weight Watchers, is because we may not be tracking our food the way we need to. So a big part of Weight Watchers, and I would say one of, if not the primary thing that keeps me losing weight on Weight Watchers, is the fact that we are told to and need to track everything we eat. So, and when I say everything, I mean everything, including the chocolate ice cream cone if you ate one. Indeed. So if you have the Weight Watchers app, which at this point, since we're all meeting virtually, you really do need to be working on the app. You can track your food in there. If you are someone who prefers to write it down, by all means, same difference, write it down as long as you're accurate. The reason I like doing it in the app is I don't know the points of everything, but if I type in chocolate chip cookie, it'll say Nestle Toll House cookie, 75,000 points, and at least I know what I'm eating. So, if you are going to eat something, it's on your program, it's what you planned for, you type it in, you track your points through the day. Now, I just said something that was on purpose, but purposely by mistake, which is a food that's on your program. So the beauty about Weight Watchers is that there is no food that is not on your program. One of the reasons I selected WW to begin with is you can eat any food you want to eat. You just need to track it and count the points. So, if I choose to have a 15-point breakfast, that's fine. That's on me. It's less for the rest of the day. And if I really want to, by the end of the day, if I'm really short on points, if I still have weekly points left over, I can dip into those. So really, you can have any food you want to have, but if you don't write it down, people say, well, what is there, a magic formula in writing it down or typing it in? My answer to that is yes, there is a magic formula. The magic formula is if I write it down, it definitely happened. And if I don't write it down, I may very well forget. And maybe forgetting, is a real thing I really forgot. Or maybe it's like I would rather not think about that 15-point Toll House cookie or whatever it is, for you. So if you're writing everything down, it's staring you right in the face. You really kind of can't avoid it. It's right there. So one reason why we may not lose weight is if we're not tracking appropriately, and if we do not track everything we eat and do that on a daily basis. Good news is you get a fresh start every morning with your points. I get 27 new points every day. You may get 24 or 30, whatever it is. You get new points every day, and every day offers a fresh beginning to do the right thing this time or do the best thing for yourselves this time. So number one reason, poor tracking, easy to fix. Let's just jump right on that one. Okay, let's just do it. Me too. Okay, so number two, another reason, and these are not in order, okay, just they're in the order that I wrote them down. So number two reason that you may not be losing weight on WW is that we may have unrealistic expectations of ourselves. So unrealistic expectations about how much weight we're going to lose, how quickly we're going to lose it, how much exercise is going to help us in that, or how well we may feel like we've been able to stick with something. So, unrealistic expectations, if you think you're going to start WW and you're going to lose 5 pounds a week for the next 5 weeks and you're going to be down 25 pounds, then you may have a problem there, because in all likelihood you will not lose 5 pounds a week, maybe the first week, maybe the second week, but Weight Watchers tells us to expect to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. If your expectations are higher and you don't meet those expectations, it's very easy to give up and say, well, this isn't working for me. I've only lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks, and so I'm done. I'm not going to put in the effort. So number 2 reason is we have unrealistic expectations. Let's get them lined up with what's realistic. And honestly, the slower you lose weight, the more frustrating that can be, but the way more likelihood of you keeping it off and me keeping it off. So, let's do what our bodies want to do, eat the way the program says to. Some people say, oh, it has me eating too much, but really it has you eating exactly probably what you need, unless you're kind of unusual. Well, I know I'm kind of unusual, but in any case, eat what's on your plan your day, and track it, as I said, and, just know what your expectations are versus what is realistic. So we really want to be realistic and hang in there for the long haul, okay? Okay, number 3 reason why we may not be losing weight on any diet program is if we're not weighing and measuring our foods. So really good example, I think, is I have this chicken salad, and it comes in like a square tub with a label on it. It's from Walmart, and it says rotisserie chicken, and the only ingredients are white meat chicken, mayonnaise, celery, and dried cranberries. And so a half a cup of it has 6 points. So it's kind of a lot of points, but it's filling. I really love it. And like twice a week, I have a chicken salad sandwich for lunch. So anyway, one day I decided not to measure my chicken salad, and instead I just put it on the sandwich bread. So I'm looking at it, and I take a bite, and it seems like it's a thicker, a bigger bite than usual. So, okay, so I'd already made the sandwich, but leave it to me. I take it off the sandwich and dump the chicken salad back into a measuring cup. And it was almost a cup of chicken salad. So if I had eaten that, I would have had a 12-point chicken salad sandwich instead of a 6-point chicken salad sandwich. And wow, that's like a big difference. I mean, if it was cantaloupe, okay, that's one thing. If it was tomato, okay, that's one thing. If it was turkey, yeah. Chicken salad with mayonnaise, you do not want to double your portion on that. So you may not be intending to overeat. You may not be saying, oh, I would like to, oh yeah, this is about a half a cup. I'm talking about we're not good at guesstimating. We're just not good at that. And even if you've measured it out 35 times, every time you have to measure. I'm talking about using measuring cups and measuring spoons. Do not use a teaspoon from your silver set to measure out a teaspoon of nuts or whatever. We have to use measuring cups, measuring spoons. If you don't have a good food scale, you need to get one. And I don't mean good as in expensive. I just mean good as in accurate. So you can just use a postal scale, set it to either grams or ounces, whichever you want, and just weigh your food, 4 ounces of pasta, whatever. You will be so happy you did in the long run, because you don't want to sabotage yourself unnecessarily or unwittingly by, just not measuring or just not knowing. And not knowing for a short period of time is understandable. Not knowing for a long period of time because we didn't take the time to measure, man, that's just on us. I mean, that's just, I would just feel really ignorant when I am not measuring properly. So yeah, let's get with the program and let's measure. I'd rather know than try to give a reason why I don't know. Okay, so I guess I don't want this to be too long, so I'm just going to give one more reason. So it'll be 4 reasons why people don't lose weight on Weight Watchers, and that is, and it's not just Weight Watchers, it's any diet program or any weight loss or fitness or any kind of self-improvement program of any kind, is that we are not willing to make long-term changes that we need to make in our lifestyle. So any measurable or drastic change, any big change you want to make has lots of small changes on the way to the big change. So, for example, I want to lose 100 pounds. Well, if I came on here and I said, well, join me as I lose 100 pounds in the next 10 months, I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to eat, and I'll see you when I'm skinny. That is a big, big goal. And so, like, even for myself, for my, in my journal, when I was doing, starting WW, I wrote that I was going to lose 25 pounds by New Year's. And so that gave me 3 months to lose 25 pounds, which is less than 2 pounds a week. I thought it was pretty realistic. I just made it into that goal. If I had set a goal like, I'm going to lose 100 pounds now, that is so overwhelming to me. Like, I mean, guys, we can do this, but it takes discipline. It takes changes. It takes, real resolve and very strong person to make changes like that. So we really need to set shorter term measurable goals. 5 pounds, walk 10 minutes, whatever it is. They're short-term goals. They are attainable goals. And once you hit a goal, then you just set a new one. But the first time we hit that first goal, like for those of you who are on WW and you hit your 5 pound mark, did y'all get a charm in the mail or at your meeting? A little enamel charm to go on your keychain, and it says, congratulations, you have reached your 5 pound goal. And then, like a month later, I got another one. So congratulations, you have reached your 10 pound goal. And then, I'm waiting now for my 25 pound goal. And I was so excited to get those because they're small goals, but they're measurable, they're achievable, and there's a reward involved. And whenever there's a reward involved in goal achievement, you are like 10 times more likely, that might be 20 times more likely or 1,000 times more likely to achieve it, because I want that enamel key ring. I want the next one. It's purple. It's pretty. I want it, So, yeah, we need to hang in there. We need to be willing to make the small changes and stick with them on a longer-term basis. So, it's a measure of, one step at a time. Start with, joining the program. Download the app. Start tracking your food. Start changing what types of foods you have in the house. And I'm not saying, what I'm saying is don't do this all on day one. You'll get to see when you open your refrigerator that you have more produce than you used to. You'll be tracking more vegetables than you used to. You'll be reaching for your white meat chicken more so than your dark meat chicken. So we want to have attainable, sustainable, short-term goals that will lead us to our long-term goal. So we have to be willing, in order to continue to lose weight or in order to start losing weight, to be willing to make short-term changes so that we can get to our long-term goals. Okay, so let's go again. The 4 main reasons we may not be losing weight despite what we think our efforts are, best intentions. One is that we are maybe not tracking our food completely or the way we need to be doing it. We may have unrealistic expectations of what may happen, like losing 25 pounds in a month or something like that. Number 3 is we may not be weighing or measuring our foods accurately, or maybe not weighing or measuring them at all. And finally, we may not be willing to make the changes we need to make to achieve our goals. So, take a look at some of your habits. I look at mine all the time. I'm like, really, I've got a long way to go in that one. But we can do this together. And as far as the coronavirus, you all just stay healthy. This too shall pass. I know that sounds so corny, but it's true. There will come a time where we can go back to our meetings again and go back to work again. And in the meantime, check out your emails and the Weight Watchers app for your virtual meeting time. I will see you guys there, and I will see you here next time for my next video. In the meantime, God bless you all. Take care.